I just want to say, to get started, I always go into falsetto when I'm really excited. Number 3 on the bestsellers list, but like getting a cookbook on the New York Times bestseller list is such a challenge because it's in this weird miscellaneous section that has self-help, which this country is like deeply obsessed with, as am I. So it's a massive accomplishment. And it was number 1 as a cookbook, right? Which is huge. So congrats.
Thank you. And it's January.
And it's January. Wait, what does that mean?
Everybody's into self-help in January.
Of course. So I'm gonna try to control my fanboyishness for as long as I can, but I'm gonna fail miserably. I already am because I've already disclosed it. I discovered Melissa's TikTok when I joined TikTok, and it's probably like the purest, funniest, like nicest thing that I have in an otherwise very like weird ass algorithm. And I sent her a message and told her how great I think she is, and so I'm just very excited and honored to be here. I just want to say I'm obsessed with this book. It somehow manages to be talking about you like you're not here, but it somehow strikes this balance of there's something aspirational, and I know I was telling you backstage, in just how like confident and chill she is. Not only like her mom and dad jokes, which there's no shortage of at all, but yet it's still just really attainable. And yeah, like you steam broccoli in a microwave on one of your posts, and like you just make it look cool. So I wanted to thank you. But with that, I'm gonna get to the questions.
Tell my kids it's cool.
Pardon me?
Tell my kids steamed broccoli is
I will.
Cool.
Okay.
And thank you. That was very nice.
Of course. Okay, so tell me about your career as a business owner. Why does Baked by Melissa exist today?
Baked by Melissa exists because I love cupcakes. And when I was 24, I was fired from my job as an assistant media planner because I wasn't good at it, but I was baking tie-dye cupcakes for everyone and anyone at the time because I love cupcakes and I love to, it's like my love language to create and give. So the day I was fired, I went to my brother's office crying, and he said, go home, bake your cupcakes, we'll start a business together. And I listened and truly took advantage of every opportunity that came my way and our way from that moment on, because I had the opportunity to bake cupcakes for a living.
And I think the first location, if I'm not wrong, was it on Spring Street?
Yes.
Yeah.
Spring and Broadway.
I read something, I don't know if it was like Wikipedia or when I was doing like a weird deep dive into my obsession with you, but that's also where you met your now husband. Swear I'm gay. It's fine. It's totally fine. But you met your, like he was working in a bar, like there was, can you just tell us a little bit? I'm a romantic, so I'm sick for these stories. So tell us how you met him.
So it was opening day, Baked by Melissa, 529 Broadway, which is now Nike Town on the corner of Spring and Broadway. Magical corner. I was 24. Like not as confident as I am today, thinking like who's gonna stop at this hole in the wall and buy cupcakes they've never heard of before. The pickup window was attached to Cafe Barry, and he was the bartender at Cafe Barry that day. And so I'm sitting at the bar, freaking out, and David Z, who had like a chain of shoe stores in the city at the time, who was like to me, like, oh my God, that's David Z, he's the namesake.
Didn't know he was a real person, so I learned now.
Yeah, he's also like your friend's, like a character, like your friend's dad who takes it too far sometimes. So he looked at the bartender and he said, Adi, who is this beautiful girl? And the bartender looked me up and down and he said, that's gonna be my wife. And now we're married.
I'm blushing for some reason. Anyway, so as the CEO of a cupcake brand, how did you start posting salads and savory recipes on social media?
Well, I love social media. I think it could be such an incredible place and very inspirational. And I felt like I was late to the game with Instagram and Baked by Melissa. Baked by Melissa was founded before Instagram was a thing. And at the beginning, the algorithm was like, it would have been such an incredible tool for my business if it is, but I just missed the boat, I felt. Yeah. So I made a silent promise to myself that the next time a social media platform comes out, I will learn it and use it more quickly. And right away, my team, we started posting like cupcake videos to TikTok, but it was like, mwah. And the engagement was like, mwah. Like, and I would kind of be like, we could be better. But I knew deep down that it would require me, and I don't have the bandwidth to do that. But then COVID happened, So I decided to just learn TikTok, and to learn a social media app, you just have to use it. So I just created like a burner account, and I like cook all the time. I like make dessert all the time. Like I love food. And I started posting videos, and they would do really well, and I'm all in on Baked by Melissa. So if I'm doing this and it's doing well, I just start doing it for Baked by Melissa. So I posted a salad on Baked by Melissa, and I was like still learning it, so I'm like, I'm gonna give it like a hook. Like this is the reason I married my husband, this salad. And the first salad I posted as Baked by Melissa got like 34 million views.
Wait, that's the first one, the salad?
It was
Not
like
the
a Mediterranean chopped
Okay.
salad, which actually has more views than the Green Goddess, but the Green Goddess went like bananas.
Unreal.
Yeah.
And did you want, like, focusing on sweets and kind of like building your career there, was it something where you were like, where you wanted to, or do you feel like it was a result of the pandemic? Like, did you always think like, I kind of want to go into savory and show people this like other part of my life as well?
I used to see people post like healthy recipes and think that's really cool that they get to do that because that's how I eat. And since founding Baked by Melissa, I've learned so much about food. And I met my husband, who has influenced how I eat. His family, my mother-in-law's recipes are in that book. So it was something deep down that like maybe there was a voice, but I get to do what I love every day with Baked by Melissa. It's truly a dream come true and the greatest privilege in the world. So when the salad started going viral, such a weird word, I think. But
It is what it is, yeah.
it's like a virus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it as an incredible opportunity for Baked by Melissa to really build a community of people who came to us for something and connect with people, because that's what we do with our customer. I'm obsessed with our customer at Baked by Melissa and connecting with our customer, so I'm just doing it.
Ugh.
Look, it works.
So what happened after the Green Goddess salad went viral? How did it impact the Baked by Melissa brand as a whole, and how did it impact its social media strategy?
I had many conversations with teammates of mine that were like, okay, what's more important to you? This is me speaking. What's more important to you? Building a community on social media that comes to us for something, or posting videos of cupcakes? And they would say A. And then I was like, okay, so I'm going to post salads. But when the Green Goddess went viral, I saw it as an incredible opportunity to drive traffic to the Baked by Melissa website. So
Of course.
we create a blog where people could come for the recipes. And then after that salad went viral, I went on the Today Show. And so we knew we were going to get a lot of like buzz and opportunity for like people to come and even just come to Baked by Melissa, get the recipe. Just like come and like see it as Baked by Melissa. And it's the top of the funnel for us. It's brand awareness. And it's me. And what I love most, I think that's the energy people feel.
I feel like you have such a healthy relationship with social media. Is that accurate?
It depends. I mean, I don't think my husband would agree with
Okay.
you. Just because like, it's like a big part of my job now, although we've gotten into a very good place where I spend a lot less. Because I would be editing in bed because it was kind of incremental to my full-time job, the content stuff.
But kind of jumping ahead and going off a question that's not on here, but it just came to my mind, like how, like looking at people's comments, for example, like how much did that dictate what went into Come Hungry?
That's a great question. So
Thanks.
that's our social media strategy. Like ultimately, the community and the comments and the engagement tells us what to do more of or what not to do. And thank God that broccoli video did well, because that took 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
It's the simplest thing sometimes.
Yeah.
Totally. What would you say is the key to your success on social media as a recipe creator? I can tell you what I think it is, but I want to know from you. No, you're just incredibly charming, and you're like down to earth, and there's something approachable. You're like in the camera in a way that's not invasive, but it's just very welcoming, and there's like an ease. and it's just bright and colorful. It's just like, it's a warm bath, you know?
Thank
true.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very comfortable in the kitchen, and we like would always cook, or like I love to cook for people. It's what so it's either my friend sitting on the other side of the kitchen island, like while I'm cooking, hanging out with me. My best friend is gluten and dairy free, and she used to come and dip chips in my salad, like on Sundays, and just hang out with me while I would cook, and we would all eat and hang out. So you guys are my friends. Just like, I'm just dipping the chip for you.
Whether it's dipping a chip or in a salad, it's brilliant. What led to your love of food?
I was born this way.
Yeah. Is your whole family like, are they just obsessed with food like you are?
I get it from my dad.
Okay.
We love food. Food like is nourishment, you know? Food.
It's everything.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
And it's memories and nostalgia and like really like there's so many recipes in the book that are like they bring me back to a very specific place in time. And I think there aren't a ton of things that do that, like food and the smell, you know? And it's just so good.
Is there like one thing from, I hate getting these questions, but I'm the one asking you now. Like, is there one dish that immediately takes you back to like the Rockwellian like dinner table with your family growing up? Whether like your grandma made it or your parents, or like just one thing that's sort of like, oh, this is my youth.
The ramen slaw is like a salad that my mom always used to make, like crushing up the ramen noodles like in the package, yeah. And then all the small plates bring me right to my mother-in-law's dinner table, because they're truly like recipes that the first time, there's an iceberg salad in the book.
Thank you for normalizing iceberg, by the way. It has its place.
It's so delicious. And that's like what made me love salad is iceberg lettuce. And there's one salad in there, it's just iceberg and the most simple vinaigrette. And when I ate it for the first time I went to Israel with my husband, like we were dating, nobody spoke English, just me. Like they were all like, and and I like took a bite of this, and I was like quiet, you know, just like, oh my God, all this food, like it's so like amazing because it's so inspiring when you get to try all these new things. And I just like took a bite of this. It just looked like iceberg, but it changed my life and truly like changed the trajectory of my salads. Like I was like, hold the phone. What is in this salad? She's like, shum, pipalim.
It's like an epiphany, and you're like, how did I go through life not doing this, you know? I actually had that feeling when I saw your they're like taco lettuce cups. It's a one-pot situation, and people are obsessed with hacks, and you didn't even address that it was a one-pot thing. Like, you're just so like, whatever. But you cook the beef, and then you add the rice, and then like all of the liquids, and then you have these like beautiful little lettuce cups. And my problem is, not to make this about me, but I've been doing that a lot, I'm so sorry, is I'll make lettuce cups because I'm like, oh, I don't want to have carbs, it's a weekday, and I'm like being a loser, and then I'm starving an hour later, but you're adding the rice to it. It's just as easy, it doesn't take you more time, and it actually fills you up, and then you're nourished.
Exactly.
How do you come up with recipes? Who or what inspires you?
That's like...
I know, it's like there's so many things, right?
I guess like my family inspires me. I truly like nostalgia is like, I love it. And also just like classic recipes, but then also when I go somewhere, or eat something new, or even just see something new, it is something I'll continue to think about if it's delicious. How I come up with recipes, I mean, I make all the recipes for social media on Thursday. I did it today.
Oh wait, I forgot to ask you, did you have your day today?
I sure did.
How many do you do?
7!
That's insane, that's wild.
I know! One of them was an ad for Baked by Melissa in which me and my husband told the story of how we met while we were eating cupcakes.
Oh.
You're gonna love it. It's so like cool.
I'm gonna watch the video and I'm gonna just eat it with my cupcakes with my tears alone in the corner of my room. It'll be great.
Only if you're tired.
What's one thing you want people to be able to take away from this cookbook?
The book is how I eat. My food philosophy is the first page, which is if you get your nourishment from mealtime, you can indulge in dessert every day, just like me, which is true. I love.
You truly have dessert every day.
I truly have dessert after, like, I need a bite of something sweet.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a handful of dark chocolate chips, but sometimes it's like I'm gonna bake a banana bread or a chickpea cake, which is so good.
I saw that.
This is how I eat. Like 70% of the time, you know? But like all the how-tos and it's just, it's approachable. Food should be nourishing and also delicious.
And it's like, I love the through line of so many of the elements that kind of, like your vinaigrette section, not only it's beautiful, but it's like, I literally make the same 3 vinaigrettes all the time. And I have all the elements to make, so like you genuinely, like you make, bless you, you make all these different vinaigrettes all the time. Like you really switch it up. I'm like such a creature of habit.
So writing the book was the hardest part because like, I feel like people have a musical ear. Like that's how I cook. Like I just like, I like taste it first in my brain and then I make it. Or like based on what I have in my refrigerator. So yeah, it's really just based on what I have. Or, you know, this whole like TikTok social media phenomenon is like amazing because it really inspires me to create new things. And what did that first was my husband decided to go vegan on November 17th, 2017. Like,
oh, wow, keeping tabs.
While we were hosting Friendsgiving, and he was like literally like taking
of all holidays.
Like, he was like, he does this like slow roasted turkey, which is so good, and he'll like just pull the bones out. So he's like pulling the bones out. He's like, I'm gonna go vegan, and I was so upset. Like,
I get it. Yeah.
But he also ate ribeye. Like, he went vegan, and I was frustrated at first, but I decided to take the challenge and turn it into an opportunity because that's what I do. And I bought a few cookbooks, and that was amazing because I started reading cookbooks, and that inspired me, and it got me to like cook new types of things, and I think that also contributed to like the variety.
I mean, I think that's you have a sense of optimism, and I think optimism can be so helpful in the kitchen because like your husband decided he was vegan, so like you saw this as an opportunity. So you go, it's an opportunity to learn about other cultures, other techniques, other ingredients.
That's why I'm here.
I can't stand tofu, and I'm gonna try a tofu recipe from your book because I trust you. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I hope I make you like it.
There was like a crumbled situation where you like froze it and then the moisture comes out, and I was like, oh, like that's gonna take away from like the sliminess of it that I'm not as crazy about.
It won't be slimy. It's like gonna be crispy and delicious.
I'll get there. What is one thing? Nope, next. Okay, so you've shared so many amazing recipes across social media. How did you decide what should go in the book? Are there any dishes that didn't make the cut that you still think about?
I really wanted
Thanks, I didn't write it, but not this one, not this one. I can't take credit. Give credit where it's due. Cite your sources, you know?
I wanted the book to be, like I have posted a new recipe to TikTok every day for the past 3 years.
I know.
So like, I have so many recipes. So I just wanted to give you the best of the best. No, I don't think there's anything I wish was in there that isn't. It's really great. And the hardest part was like categorizing it all. Like we were talking back there, like we reordered it like.
I'm sure. Because
it's all salads and desserts. So like big salads, small salads, grain salads, side salads.
Is there a dish that went in where you were like, well, I'm going to start with a personal story. So I'm obsessed with Nando's, which is like a fast food chain out of South Africa, and they do like peri-peri everything, and they have these peri livers that I love. And when I was writing, I think it was my first book, I was like, no one's going to make this. Americans aren't crazy about chicken livers except like a nice pate or something. And I knew no one would make it, but I had to have it in there. Like, is there something that you put in here where you were like, I don't care about like what everyone else thinks, like this one's important to me?
The fennel and carrots, it just didn't really have a place. I felt
in the small salads, the simple little small like the salatini dishes.
No, it's like in the sides.
Oh, okay.
It's just like braised fennel and carrots, I think is what we called it, and it's just a dish that my husband would make for me all the time after we had our first daughter. But it's so good, and it's like
what's better
soul
than fennel?
Food. Yeah, I don't know, but it was like one of the only warm Then we did the lettuce cups. You know, we had to add a few more like not salads.
Right.
Salads.
Sick for a lettuce cup. So I've had the privilege of writing 2 cookbooks now with my co-author Mindy Fox, and the process was so different for both of them. Was developing recipes for and writing Come Hungry very different from the process of writing Cakes by Melissa?
Totally different. With Cakes by Melissa, I decided to write it because it scared me. And if it scares you...
Oh, you get off on fear?
You have to do it. I get off on going outside of my comfort zone because that's
what's on the other side? What am I going to learn about
growth.
myself?
Yes, exactly. That is my career. My whole career is that.
So many chills.
So I did that, and I didn't know what the hell I was. We didn't even have a shot list. We just it was crazy, but it came out, and it's beautiful actually. And then with Come Hungry, as soon as the first video went viral, I saw it. Like, I knew exactly what the opportunity was, and I was like beeline, right? And so, yeah, I mean, that was permission to do this, and we were ready. Like, we had a shot list. I had a team, you know. I had the confidence. I remember Lisa Sharkey, who's here from HarperCollins, like went with the first book, and she's the best. She believed in me. She was like, you could do whatever you want with both books. She was like, do it Facebook Live, like promote the book, like, you know, like, and I just was like, it's so weird. Like, I just like couldn't do it. But with this book, that's what I've been doing, you know? So it was very natural.
What comes across as natural? Okay. If you could like teleport to your house right now, and you're just like alone at home, what is the one dish out of this book that you would have like sitting and waiting for you?
Cucumber toast.
Tell us about it.
I eat it all the time, like still, like it's quick. Okay, so basically salads are delicious, and when you have leftovers, the only way they should be eaten is on toast, because otherwise it's like
it's mushy, and you need like a nice crunch to go with it. Yeah.
So toasted sourdough on a pan with olive oil, garlic, and salt, and then good cultured cottage cheese. I know.
You love your cottage cheese.
I love it. It's high in protein. It keeps me full. Usually my every other day besides content day is like calls from like 9 a.m. until like my kids are home screaming in the background, and I don't like stop to eat. So I just like make it while I'm on a call, and then you put the cucumber salad on top. It's like a quickle, like a quick pickle.
I love a quickle, because I'm way too lazy for a pickle. Yeah, like to make pickles.
Yeah, exactly.
Even on
you just like chop up the cucumbers really small, and all the dressing is like a pickle marinade.
Totally, and you can even use, anyway, so good. So you mentioned in your video, and it was so cute, when you found out that you hit the bestsellers list, you said something like, oh, like, are we ready to do another one?
I cut out Lisa's response.
What was it?
Cliffhanger.
Oh, okay.
She was like, just enjoy the moment.
Do you really feel that way, though? Like, you're ready to, like, would you be ready to start one now? Because I need, like, the longest break ever.
I think the difference is that I created 7 recipes today. And I created 7 others last Thursday and next Thursday.
You're constantly
churning them out. And I do think that this is different than what we do on social media, you know? So, yeah, I would be ready.
Are you like a doer in every aspect of your life? Or is it like really? Yeah,
it's an addiction.
I can see that.
It's a problem. I like don't even know what to do. And I'm like, if I have nothing to do, I'm like,
sitting still,
But it rarely happens.
Yeah.
I'm in that chapter.
So you not only have recipes in the book, but you also have your ride or die kitchen tips, a primer on kitchen tools, chopping basics, pantry staples, you love a cleaver, and a guide for cooking with children, which I thought was so sweet. I love the part about kind of like pre-portioning everything, just to make it like make them feel empowered, because otherwise it's just going to be a complete shit show, and to keep your sanity. Like, it's just very honest, but also helpful to them. And even a section on how to make your own pantry staples, like pickling, making spices, even growing sprouts. How did these starter guides come about?
It's what I do.
It's just what you do.
It's like
It's who
what
you
I
are.
do at home. Like it's so easy to, like, I have a garden on my roof. I grow herbs. Then when there's an overabundance of them, I dry them out and I put them in the blender, and then you have like dried oregano. It's just so easy. I feel like I know that because I am very interested in that kind of stuff. So I feel like just sharing that with the reader, making garlic powder and onion powder, I mean, it takes a really long time, but on a like winter Sunday when it's like cold outside, it's a perfect activity.
Someone a while ago like shaded me for like even talking about garlic powder and onion powder, but now because of you, I've started like using it again. And you use both in recipes, which I think is really great. Why both?
Probably because I just made a huge jar of it.
You already had it, so like might as well.
I haven't used onion powder in a while, actually. It's been like sitting in my pantry. I should probably
It's good. Like if you're too lazy to sweat out the onions before making like a meatloaf or something, just like dump a bunch of powder in there and you're good to go. You know? Yeah.
Or if you don't want to like grate
Right.
the garlic.
Yeah. Okay, so I have my own little like speed round, which is not really a speed round or like rapid fire. You can only have one for the rest of your life. Cleaver or nooch?
Cleaver.
Cleaver. You would ditch nooch?
In a heartbeat. For the cleaver, a sharp knife is like a girl's best
But
friend.
I thought you'd be like, oh, I could deal with like a chef's knife. I really thought you were
You
going to
don't
keep
really
the nooch.
need nooch.
Yeah.
You know? It's just like an enhancer.
So good on popcorn though.
Oh my God, I made it on popcorn today.
So yummy.
And I put it in the blender. I put
Just to get a powder?
nutritional yeast, dried oregano, salt, pepper. I think that was it in the blender because it doesn't stick to the popcorn otherwise.
Right, of course, because they're flakes.
Yes, exactly. So then I sprayed the popcorn with like avocado oil spray.
So smart.
And it was so
Yeah.
good. And it was like smart food popcorn, but like, you'll see that on TikTok in
That's
the coming
genius.
whatever.
I get like envious. I'm like, oh, I wish I came up with that. You can only have one type of lettuce or like a green for the rest of your life. Which would it be?
Oh, I can't choose. I can't.
2.
Today it would be
Yeah.
arugula and iceberg.
Okay, all right. I thought like a bib, like a butter lettuce situation would make
It
it in
gets
there, like a
soggy.
little like a gem lettuce or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But they're so
But
velvety
they also
and
like
soft.
come. I know, but they like come in these like big containers, and there's just a little tiny bit.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And
It's true.
like not. It's
Iceberg is a
delicious
good one.
though.
Least favorite part of writing a cookbook? Are you about to tell me you love all of it?
Well, no. It takes a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the time.
Of just like perfecting it? Like with the recipe or just the time in general, like
We
the whole
shot
process?
this cookbook in July 2022, a year and a half ago. I got COVID in the middle of the shoot,
Oof.
and we had to stop. It wound up being for the best.
Forced rest.
No, because then I got to style it mostly, and that was fun.
So not forced rest, no rest at all actually. Okay.
Well, everybody came with like N95 masks, and the show
you.
must go on. No, but we took 2 days off, or 3.
Okay. Your husband's name Audie?
Yes.
You pissed off Audie. What do you make him to like cheer him up? Like you really screwed up. It's like, here, babe.
Some like gross dessert that I don't like, because we have like total opposite taste in dessert. I don't know, that's not a good, a ribeye.
A ribeye.
The once vegan, a
Yes.
ribeye is the
Yep.
way to his heart.
So you and your hub have a date night. Your kids are not impressed. What do you either make or order for them to like cheer them up?
Pizza from Hot House. Yes. Every time. Hot House! It's best pizza.
What's a kitchen tool you cannot stand? Like either you're Instagram targeted or like you see it in people's kitchens and you're like, why does this exist?
Oh my God, there's so many, honestly.
Like what's the one today that's just like, ugh?
I really don't focus my attention on negative things.
Okay.
So,
Sorry. I'm an optimist.
no, but like I don't spend time thinking about what I hate, but I like just like there's so many unnecessary tools.
Like gimmicky things.
Like the chopper.
I hate that. It's never regularly, and they come out in like little sharp ends. It just looks irregular. It's like you might as well just throw in a food processor at that point. Like,
Right, I imagine, and then cleaning it.
Oh, it's a mess. Yeah, I agree. Favorite brand of paprika?
Oh,
Why is that funny? I feel like that's.
So it's sweet paprika and oil
Okay.
from like in Israel, like the
Okay.
shuk.
Yeah. Okay. So nothing we can get. Got it. Okay. Okay.
Sweet paprika and oil is that it's like.
So it's just like
good.
a paste kind of?
No, it's like it looks wet.
Oh.
Like it's like sand that
It's
you
sandy.
could put into a castle versus like dry sand.
Wow.
You know, like it would stay if you.
So you have to go to Israel to get good paprika. Got
No,
it.
it's here, but it's actually hard to find here.
And your favorite brand of
Oh,
nutritional yeast?
I don't.
There's the red one with the little white one, which is really good. I think that's the one.
Perez
Yeah.
is actually the sweet paprika and oil I'm using right now.
Random, but is there like what late night? You're not gonna like make a sandwich, but like you go to the pantry and it's like grabbing two elements and just like putting them in your mouth. Like for me, it's like a medjool date with like a really sick nut butter and just like shoving it in.
So it used
And maybe
to be,
Nutella if I'm like really want to go chaotic.
It's Pereg is the name. It used to be dark. It used to be like I would take a spoon and put it in peanut butter, and then I would put dark chocolate chips on top.
So good.
But I am like newly allergic to peanut butter.
No, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I could still eat it. I just don't feel good after. You know, so like I just don't. Now it's like chocolate chips.
That's how I am with almonds, and I know when my throat's gonna start constricting, so I stop eating it. Don't follow that advice. It's not. But I get it. Like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I make chickpea cake a lot, or like I'll like be like, hey Len, want to bake a cake? Like want to bake chickpea cake, and we do that like with like 30 minutes before bedtime, and then that's the perfect bite.
And I also used to always think that. Oh, sorry. You know what? I'm gonna ask audience questions. Oh no! Hurry up, Aunt. Okay. What's your favorite cookbook other than Come Hungry?
Sababa.
Ooh. Wait, that's
Adina
Adina. Yes.
I
She's
love her.
I love her videos so much.
And also like we've been making the tomato dish that is Israeli shakshuka. Thank you. Like we've been making shakshuka like since I met my husband, but her recipe like taught me how to make shakshuka. You know, like every recipe she put za'atar in soup. Genius.
I've never done that.
I hadn't either, but now I do it on the regular.
God, I love za'atar. Even on like crispy eggs, you heat them up on the pan, and then you just.
It's so good.
Also, Maggie's asking, what should I bring to my Galentine's Day potluck?
Baked by Melissa cupcakes.
Duh. Ooh, what does your rooftop garden consist of, and what's your favorite thing to grow?
Wow. So every year I learn and shift. So we're just on herbs because that's all that really works up there. Dried oregano, and I have like all these different species from the Green Market in Union Square. Parsley, lavender, huge lavender bushes.
I love
It's just,
lavender so much.
They're thriving. Chives, my chives, because they come back every year, so it's so beautiful. So fun to just like go up to the roof and.
It's like such a symbol of spring too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite thing to grow? Oh yeah, you kind of answered that. It was a few things. You don't have to pick one.
Chives.
What chives? I love a chive. The problem is when you buy them in a store, which is probably why you grow them. It's like that box. I never use the whole thing.
Oh really? I think when you buy them in the store, there's like nothing.
Oh no, the bag. It's like fully compact and it's like rolled around, and then you shove them back in, and then they bruise, and it's like it's a whole.
Different chives.
Okay.
Fresh Start gives you a lot of chives.
What advice do you have for someone looking to pursue a career in the food industry? Thanks, love you, bye.
I love you too. That's such a, I don't know, because what type of job in the food industry? I don't know. I don't have an answer. You can do anything, and you should like go on LinkedIn and look for jobs in the food industry and apply for them, which I've said that I actually tell a lot of people who complain about their jobs. Okay, LinkedIn is a great resource. Just start applying for jobs. Like while you have a full-time job, you should do that. And maybe you'll get interviews or phone calls, and you'll learn about different opportunities, and that will help you to understand what you're interested in.
Or there's a quote in your book about what you tell your kids, eat your veggies and then go conquer the world. I'm paraphrasing, but like something like that, you know? Yeah, so cute. The first time I encountered your cupcakes was at a kosher expo 10 years ago. It was life-altering. How did you decide to use a kosher facility / supervision?
I think I was there. I like very much remember it. So like similar to our social media strategy, it's really whatever our customers want. So we were getting a lot of requests for kosher cupcakes, and although it would make my job much more difficult to only use kosher certified ingredients, we recognized the opportunity we had as a business to provide that. So we did it. And now every single flavor I develop, every ingredient is kosher. Even the marshmallows.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really not that hard. I thought it was going to be more difficult.
More complicated
but like
than
I
it
can't
actually was.
put like a Sour Patch Kid on a cupcake, which is sad.
That would be yummy, especially if it's like a little dry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the chewy and the
Yeah.
sweet, and so good.
I love putting mine in the freezer because they crack on the first bite and then they soften up.
Have you done the fruit roll-up and ice cream thing?
What?
Oh, you're new to TikTok.
Like ish.
Oh,
I have a very problematic algorithm. It's like you're the purest thing on there. The rest is a mess.
If you take your favorite ice cream
Yeah.
and a fruit roll-up and you put
A proper vanilla bean or like a dulce de leche, yeah.
and then whatever fruit roll-up you like,
Strawberry.
make a little, like roll it up with the ice cream in the middle, because it's so thin and sugary, it freezes the fruit roll-up, like, and it crunches. So then you eat it, it's like.
Do you all know what soccer bits are? They're the greatest gummies ever. Have you heard of? They have this one, I don't like licorice. My dad's obsessed with it, but there's one licoricey one that's white in the center with red around it, and it just made me think of that. But it has nothing to do with ice cream. Anyway.
But it would look like that.
It would look exactly like that. What are your favorite / top 3 kitchen tools? We love your Japanese chef's knife.
My knife. It's a Shun 7-inch cleaver. It's in our Amazon shop, which is linked in our bio. It's the single most answered question in the comments, which I just cut and paste the answer. My blender, which is a Waring commercial grade blender, which is cheaper than a Vitamix. I highly recommend it. I've been using mine for 8 years, multiple times a day. It's amazing. And then the third one, my block, like my big chopping
I love
situation.
a good chopping block.
Yeah. They needed to like, I don't even know how we got it into our apartment, but it's amazing.
That you truly use for everything. Oh, never mind. Okay. Rapid fire NYC Restaurant Roundup. Favorite solo spot?
Yama.
Yama? What's
On
Yama?
17th and Irving. I used to go there by myself when my in-laws were staying with us from Israel, because they would stay with us for like a long time. And it was so nice. And it was also just so nice to go to the counter at Yama.
You're able to go to a restaurant solo?
Yeah.
Like just like...
I mean, I don't do it often, and that was probably the last time I went solo.
That's one of my one of my intentions for this year is like to go to a restaurant by myself and like not have my face in my phone. Oh, that's a good one. So I don't have a spot, but I guess I would go to the bar at Via Carota and I would have like a verde salad in the
great
Sfizzerina. Incredible salad.
Like, the
They
best.
taught me to add water to vinaigrettes to thin them out, which I thought is so brilliant.
I would have never done
Because sometimes it'll just drown like your baby little delicate arugula and they just like, you know?
like weighs it down.
Yeah, exactly. Go-to spot for quick and easy treat or snack.
Like your mom.
Oh! She would not appreciate that.
My mom's here.
I'm kidding. I meant mine, but yeah.
Right.
She'd love it.
I really love the Japanese like supermarket bodega situations. And our office is off 6th Avenue, so like it's just fun to like go in.
Grace Street. There's a you know it? I'm sick for it. Honey lavender milk boba with their burnt Basque cheesecake.
Sounds delicious.
It's also, everything's just so soft. And the taro's very good. Most underrated.
What? Restaurant?
I don't know, I guess, yeah. Like an underrated restaurant.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm going to skip that one. Last question from Hallie with 2 L's, unless it's Haley.
Probably Haley.
Haley. How does motherhood impact
What is it?
It's Haley. Okay. Sorry. How does motherhood impact the recipes you make in your household?
Motherhood affects everything that happens in my household. There's lots of pasta and butter. Olive oil, because then Adi will eat it too, because he doesn't like butter.
Vegan.
Very, very simple, simplistic. We defrost chicken nuggets for one of them.
What's your favorite topping with chicken nuggets?
Topping with chicken nuggets.
Or like thing to dip into?
I actually, it's usually the leftover cold, half-eaten chicken nuggets and the green goddess or whatever dressing is in my fridge.
Yum, of course, naturally. I was gonna say ketchup, but it's so basic.
Ketchup is delicious. My kids don't eat ketchup. Or maple syrup. I know.
As a Canadian, I'm only mildly offended, but my dad has this really good
offended.
maple syrup that also, it's amazing, and it's from Vermont. It's not even Canadian, but anyway. I think we're out. I was not paying attention to the clock. I think we're all done.
Oh.
Any parting words for all of these lovely people who are as deeply obsessed with you as I am?
I love you. Thank you.
Sweet.
Really.
Thank you so much.